I'm Richard Barnes, leader of the Conservative group in the London Assembly, and also chairman of the 7th of July Review Committee that looked into the aftermath of the 4 bombs that went off on the 7th of July 2005 in London. I couldn't tell you how many cameras there are. I heard a figure of 300,000. We certainly have more cameras per head of population and per mile of walkway than any other city anywhere in the world. Security would clearly be one of them, but it can also be used on a positive basis rather than if one thinks that arresting somebody is a negative process, then the protection of others is a positive process. There is a requirement under the Civil Contingencies Act for all local authorities, and within London that means the 32, 33, if you count the city, local boroughs, to communicate with local businesses. Now this would be about potential and existing catastrophes, fire, flood, explosions, indeed even flu pandemic. Now it's the way in which they cascade that information down, how quickly it can be done, how they can cross the borders into other boroughs, because nothing happens just and says, oh, this is the border between Hillingdon and Ealing, we won't cross that. You know, there is an integrated issue across London. If that ability could be there to be used centrally, and you could obviously delegate part of it downwards, but in the event of a major catastrophe, if you could actually coordinate response, coordinate information, coordinate recovery and resilience, that would be a really major advance. There were stories on the 7th of July, and indeed in New York, of people going round hospital to hospital with photographs. Have you seen my dad? Have you seen a member of my family? In the 21st century, that should not be necessary. There could be one central point of call with details, clearly fed in from across a whole range of places, where people can go, get the support they need, and indeed the information they need. That could be done if the computer power was there.
Generally, we see that servers, more is better. Right? There's enough parallelism, transaction-oriented loads, web-oriented loads. There's no end of the parallelism for, right, a multi-core environment and servers.